Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Map Rando fans, Super Metroid fans of all over the world. How are you guys doing today? Today we have a race between Sunwoo Farmer, or as the great WX fans like to call him, the Woo, versus Mo 015 on the left hand side, Sunwoo Farmer on the right hand side. We got a Map Rando race, the community race today. A nice little turnout, and we are just about ready to go. Today, I have my friend and co-commentator, Aussie 101. Everybody say hi to Aussie over here.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. So I am Aussie. I'm going to be doing commentary and tracking. Then we have Spiffy with me. Excited to see Spiffy sign up for commentary. Just had to join him. So we'll be talking through this race together. The Mo and the Woo. So it should
That's
be
right. My name is Spiffy Thomas. And I also usually race these things, but I felt like commentating today. I don't know. Maybe my hands are just a little cold. Maybe I just had the chills from watching all the Super Metroid action as of late. As you guys know, we had Eddie versus Oats in the Map Random tournament just yesterday. We also have the winners bracket, Nevdi versus Zeb. I don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it yet. I need to go back and watch it. But we had some Map Rando hype as of late. So I am excited to do some commentary, to watch some awesome runs. And here we go. Here we are. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. You're ready. Aussie's ready. I don't think everybody in the race time race is ready yet. Close. Oh, nearly there, folks. Nearly there.
Yeah, it takes some work to organize a lot of people, get them all on the same page. But in this case, it's a little bit my fault because I was a seed roller. Didn't get that out to them until actually we were about scheduled to start.
These things happen, though. Little technical difficulties here, there. But that's okay. We are here and ready to watch whenever they are. So today we have for you a Map Random community race. The settings for this is hard, tricky, as you well know. It is the standard settings for all community races, anything that's like race time point valued, and also for the tournament that's been going on as of late. We are very close to wrapping up the tournament. I'm excited. The finals, the grand finals, they're just around the corner. They're not far away at all. In fact, you may have noticed that Aussie 101, my co-commentator, is still in the tournament. Isn't that true, Aussie 101? How do you feel about your standing in the current tournament?
The tournament's been really tough. Like, it feels like everyone just plays a lot stronger in the tournament, and so I can just lose it at any point. Like Andy, Oates, just stepped up their game. Were tough to play against. So it's a
100%.
difficult tournament. Like I
I
was
absolutely
favored
agree.
at the start, but I mean everyone's so good now.
We have nothing but Titans left. You, Eddie, Zeb, and Nevdi. Yeah, it's just going to be a crazy one. I believe Wednesday will be our next tournament race between, I think, Eddie and I don't know who got knocked down last night, but I'll be finding out here in a little while. I myself participated in the tournament. I got knocked out a little early. It was a short tournament for me, and I was a little sad, but it was my first ever tournament, so I am glad to have participated in it. Lots of fun. All right,
Yeah,
y'all, we are
number
getting ready to
two.
go.
How did you feel about number two seeding into
I
the tournament?
I was ecstatic. I really, really was. I did not expect to get number 2 seed for the tournament. Um, not even by a landslide. It was just crazy. The one of my one of my 3 qualifiers that I raced, it was so tragic and so difficult that everybody had a tough time. The average finish time, I believe the par finish time for that seed was well over an hour, maybe even closer to an hour
Yeah,
and 20 minutes.
yeah,
And
that's the
that's
one where the top
insane.
two got max points.
Yes, that was insane. Nevdi ended up swamping us by like 10 minutes, and I got second place in that race and still got maximum points. It's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, we weren't surprised that you could get number two seed. Like you do play really well in the races that were happening at the time. But now we have this race starting. This is our community weekly, and it looks like we have some stream synchronizing to do. So I'll
Yep,
take care of
and
that.
there. Oh, so Mo takes off first. We will definitely work on that synchronization. Mo seemed to be part of team left first. Sunwoo Farmer. Let's take a look here. Where does he go first? Ah, the classic West Ocean left of ship. First item was going to be the speed booster, just on the bottom, the second to bottom door in West Ocean. Sunwoo Farmer also takes the left first. The
Yeah,
left
so
first club.
this dark screen is just gonna be the synchronization happening.
And here we go.
There we go. So it does help if you
Well
call
synced
out
up.
some items. So thanks for that.
So perfect. They both opt to go back to the ship. They're gonna store a spark, maybe? No. Mo just charges right on through, skips the ship, decides to go right to poke over there, just in case you find like a filler tank or something. Sunwoo
Yeah,
Farmer
what's your
knows.
view on that actually, Spiffy? Like we have speed booster. Do you try to follow it immediately to top right, or do you like checking the bottom right door for like a random item, like missiles?
I like to do exactly what this runner just did here. And I checked the bottom right just in case there's a filler tank, just because the energy capacity in the beginning, doubling your health, is such a valuable resource. It's very, very valuable, especially since your Shine Spark drains your health. You just never know what kind of danger you'll come across when you're using your Shine Sparks. So the extra
Uh,
health is a must-have for me.
yeah, actually calling it an E-tank, it is worth mentioning that the first possible filler item will be an energy tank, and we already saw that to the left was only the speed booster, which was progression. So E-tank would be the more likely item to find there.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so Sunwoo Farmer, let's see. We go on down to Bubble Mountain. Mo is trying to do that difficult jump on the right-hand side. Gets it on the first couple of tries
It
and gets
wavered.
scammed by the waiver. Oh, that waiver is my worst enemy. I always make sure to kill that guy first if I ever get a chance. He has ruined too many Bubble Mountain jumps.
Yeah, everyone knows about King Cac, but there are also two waivers there going back and forth. And we only have the basic beam, so you need to hit them each one twice to get a kill, which is not so easy.
Yeah, it's tragic most of the time. Mo misses the damage boost to get back to the ship, I think. Sunwoo Farmer pokes at this door right here. Doesn't have the bomb to get it and get back out.
Risky play.
Mo checks it.
Oh, they're both going for it.
Sunwoo checks it.
So they rolled over to the item, saw that was a hollow dot, and that meant that it was either a energy tank, super missile, or power bomb. And they went for it, hoping for a power bomb to get out.
Yeah, but that counts as the one-way obtainable item, so typically that's going to be all finished up, right? You can't do that anymore. Can't
True.
expect those kind of drops anymore.
Mo almost made it to the pit room item. This is not in logic for hard. We're playing a hard tricky seed. But you can use speed booster to store your like speed booster ability where you turn blue and break these bomb blocks and reach the item.
Ooh, very close. Just a couple pixels off. It's good to notice though that to mention that Sunwoo Farmer, while both of these runners checked that E tank and reset, Sunwoo Farmer took a significantly worse reset. He did not check the save room at the top right of Bubble Mountain like Mo did. So Mo actually had that save in Bubble Mountain when he reset. Sunwoo opted to reset all the way back to ship and had to reacquire everything.
I think Sunwoo also took a reset earlier. Fell into the sand, was it? At the
Ooh.
butterfly room?
Oh, King Cac strikes again.
So the wall jumps here up the right side of Bubble Mountain are not in logic. The expected way up, if you are expected to get up right now, is to jump from the save room door.
Gotcha, gotcha. And that's the middle left door for those who don't know what the vanilla save door is.
Yeah. And you don't want to turn off speed booster for that. Make it a little bit easier.
Oh. Sunwoo squeaks on by as Mo finds his way back to the ship. Gonna opt to go back to the left to West Ocean.
Yes. So we got Morph Ball. That's our current progression, and West Ocean has a item that you can reach with Morph Ball. That's gonna be through this tunnel in the ocean that Mo is at right now.
I'm guessing screw attack. That's my guess. Screw attack. Nope, never mind.
Power bombs. Yeah, most likely way to the top of West Ocean through landing site, the bomb blocks. An E-Tank could have done it too.
True. True enough. Oh, with the power bombs though, that now lets him get that E-Tank back towards Bubble Mountain. I don't know if he'll prefer to go there or not though. Mo trying to do this under item peak. You can actually, if you get the correct wall jump and to morph, you will be able to barely screen peek that item up there without revealing it on the map. Good knowledge to have for sure. Looking like Mo should go back to the landing site. He noticed that the map door is connected to West Ocean and is a right map door, meaning that Fantoon cannot be here. So I think he's going to try and get that map now. Sunroof Armor contemplating his ideas. Ooh, Mo looks like he's going to go back and grab that E-Tank or whatever is in the pit room.
Missile pack in the pit room. So missiles are going to be the single pixel dots on the minimap. And that's a quick way to tell what kind of item you're going to get before you actually get to see it. And also, once we get a map station, the minimap icons, or I guess the map icons, are what we're going to be looking for to determine the most important locations to go to.
Ooh. I thought that Mo just kind of had a clairvoyant moment grabbing those missiles first, just to open that missile door and then greeted by a super missile door immediately afterwards.
Yeah, the only thing worse than that is if Sunwoo sees the pink door, gets missiles, and comes back, and then gets hit by the green door.
Oh, I think he definitely is going to. Sunwoo's leaving. Mo is deciding to go to the right. Probably going to get that energy tank. Missile packs are pretty plentiful and hard tricky, so I don't think Sunwoo's going to have a problem finding a different missile pack in the beginning. But we'll just have to wait and see.
It has been an issue in some seeds. So what happens in the very early game is there's not many item locations that were available. And so the ones that you do run into all tend to need to be progression items, like majors. And so the map rando can just delay how long it gives you missile packs or super packs or whatever.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's definitely good knowledge to have. Sunwoo Farmer now just exploring new territory. You're going to find Everest on the top side of the climb.
Yeah. So Everest not in logic currently. So we're going to do a wall jump to try to get to the, looks like the morph tunnel. You can reach either side, the morph tunnel or the peak there on the right. But neither is logical. Because you have to do a bit of a high wall jump. And
Sunwoo Farmer takes the clip from the crab. Can I get a crab, please, in the chat, please? It's very tragic indeed.
Yeah, crabs, some of the most damaging enemies in the game. 120 damage on contact. And can you believe some crabs are just criteria enemies? Right next to the ship, even.
So the question in the chat says you should be able to peek that item with Shine Spark, correct? Right? I'm assuming you mean the one in West Ocean, and I'm actually not sure. I always opt not to spend the energy there, so I've never actually attempted it. Aussie, do you know? Can you peek the West Ocean item?
Actually. Yeah, for the Shine Spark, what you need to do is manage the camera scroll, actually. Like, if you just do a Shine Spark up nearby it, you might not be able to see it. So you need to plan it out a little bit. But the more common way is to do a wall jump and check it that way. But the wall jump is pretty precise, too.
You have to manipulate the camera to see it with the Shine Spark?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, okay. New tech being learned every day. Mo over here goes to the bottom left of climb and is going to be greeted with the grapple room missile pack, ends up with 10 missiles, and finds the high jump boots.
Yeah, can give us a short charge by the look of it. Pretty tricky
That's a
one.
tough shite. That's a very tough short charge. That's a very tough one.
That's one I don't like going for.
Yeah, he had plenty of runway in the previous room, but decided just to save a little bit of time and just use the power bomb.
Yeah, climbing is actually a pretty bad room early on, because it takes so many power bombs to check any of these side doors.
True, true.
There's 3 doors behind 3 bomb walls, but Everest does have some crabs up here, and that's usually a good way to refill. And look at this on Sunwoo's side. It looks like it's happening. Got the missile pack, went through the pink door, and just meets the green door behind it.
Oh, Mo's breaking out the cheater tech, as people would say in Eddie's chat. He's doing the underwater wall jumps. He must have been practicing this. It's looking pretty clean. Just can't seem to get the final few.
Yeah, like even getting a few, you need to really understand how it works. But then, in this case, you do have to continue for quite a few. And landing on the platforms is probably the hardest part. Like landing on the ledge that you're jumping against.
Absolutely. It is a very, very counterintuitive skill to have. And that final little bit where you land on the ledge, that's Aussie just mentioned, it is extremely tough because you think you're going to keep jumping, but you accidentally land on the ledge. You might just be 1 pixel from falling off that ledge. So many times have I just landed on that ledge and walked right back off.
Yeah. So I'm doing the easier way now. Just gonna gravity jump through the door. Gravity jumping like that is kind of a main logical aspect of hard logic.
Ooh,
Like the ability
finds the
to
first
go
supers.
through from air room to water rooms. And yeah, supers. So this is all basic ammos, which is something
All
you
the
want.
keys, all the keys to every door now unlocked. He has everything he needs. But is he going to remember that that map is now blocked? It's now free to grab. He has the supers that he needed for that map.
Mm-hmm. So I call the early game is finding all of your 3 ammos and the other basic starter majors that this is going to give you. So once you have your basic ammo, then you need to think about the water room navigation and heat room navigation. Heat rooms are a problem right now, just have the 1 E-tank. So they're going to be slow and risky. The water room navigation, we have high jump. So a lot of them are kind of possible, but you still want like a secondary water movement item most of the time. Ice or spring ball. Grapple.
Hope your racers are writing down notes. I'm writing down notes right now. Listen to one of the greatest map rando players of all time, and one of the guy who made the dang thing. Also, 101 is one of the main developers for this map rando. So special thanks to him and the other developers for making this thing possible. Thank you, Aussie. I love this thing.
Thank you.
All right, so Sunwoo Farmer now making his way. Has not checked the bottom left yet, so no high jump. Finds his way into Everest and knows he can't quite do it. Gonna do the gravity jump through the wall with the wall jump, though. It looks clean. It looks good.
This does get supers, though. So this is a pretty solid play.
Varia suit over there in the West Ocean. Can I get a baby seed in chat, please?
Oh, there we go. He turned orange.
Unfortunately, we didn't get another major. What is it? It's Spazer Beam.
Yeah, so Spazer's going to be a filler item. Varia's progression. Varia tends to be placed as light progression. And then a filler means that it can be placed anywhere. So we don't need to read into finding Spazer too much. But once you collect enough beams, then the randomizer logic can take advantage of that and like tell you to do something tricky. Like kill key hunters with it. And we saw 2 majors on the right. I think that's where Mo's gonna be going next.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Taking 2 more majors in an area that you've basically full cleared already, it's kind of a little sad, but hey, it's 2 majors. It's early in the game. Most definitely worth checking, especially since you already know where Spazer is. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say Ice Beam and Spring Ball. You heard it here first, folks. Oh, you know what? I take that back. It's gonna be Ice Beam and Grapple. We just saw Everest. We're gonna need the Grapple.
Fair. I think calling a filler item is pretty good. And then if you think about the other one, like a progression item, like grapple could be what we have here. Also, we have the Varia suit, so we're looking for like the big step in progression to be behind the Varia suit, which is going to mean some big heated rooms. Or in this case, it is taking damage from the Torian hoppers. That
Yes,
is
that
a
is
perfectly good use of Varia.
that's definitely it. One of those lesser known techs that if you have a suit, you will take 50% less damage. And if you have both suits, you will take 50 compounded percent damage, which means 75% less damage. And that is very,
Oh,
very important in these races. Low health in a suit lets you do so much. Just like Aussie mentioned, taking extra damage from those side poppers, going through that room damageless. What difficulty does that fall under? Is that very hard or is that expert?
I think it's expert. Well, it depends which way you mean. In this case, on the left side, we have a water room, but there's a very easy strat if it weren't a water room. We're running under the blue hoppers.
True.
Being a water room, I think both ways is in expert for avoiding damage. It would use Morph Ball to roll under them, which is
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I did forget about that.
yeah, both ways are very difficult.
Sunwoo Farmer over here is struggling a bit because he did not come in with enough health. He tried the Shine Spark for that, what we know is Spazer. He doesn't quite know, but he couldn't quite make it. Not enough health, so now he's trying to figure out a way to get that major, to at least peak that major before going on.
Yeah. So in hard logic, you're going to want to be very practiced at getting up to this item quickly. Usually by wall jumping on the middle tripper, but that's harder than it looks for sure. Oh, Mo became pretty close to dying there, and
Oh,
actually
Mo!
maybe cursed him a little.
Mo. Classic commentator curse. Good thing he knows that save room is there, though. He got that save before going
Yeah.
in, so it's perfectly fine. Did end up finding the spring ball, but he's gonna have to make his way back to get it again. So no
Okay.
grapple beam here, but high jump and spring ball.
Yeah, looking. Oh, actually, what we're seeing is
Oh, Sunwoo
charge is
Farmer.
progression. Like use Varia to take hopper damage to get charge, and then charge lets you do the Metroid ram through pseudo
True.
screws.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly right. I always forget that tech because I'm not used to it. The pseudo screw, the very little known, the very unknown vanilla technique. Just hold the charge beam and do a spin jump. Get the pseudo screw. Lets you be immune to a lot of things. Lets
Yeah,
you
it's gonna
just kill
bounce off
things.
those Metroids.
Yeah, you'll also kill a lot of things in one shot with that. Nothing really past like Brinstar, but it's still a useful tech to have.
Yeah, but the Metroid rooms in Map Rando, you have to think of them like completely different from in any other speedrun or any other way
Sunwoo
of
Farmer.
playing Super Metroid. You
The
just have
woo is
so few items most of the time when you run into them.
that's true. True story. More often than not, I do find them pretty early. The woo is struggling hard right now.
Lost a
Getting a
various
little
suit with
tripped up.
that.
Getting a little tripped up.
What's happening with Sprite? I thought it was green when he picked up Varia, but then turned orange.
Got the dread spray. I do see a little bit of green that you're mentioning. Some that I never noticed before. But I don't play with the dread sprite very often. Even though I should. It's a fantastic sprite. Shout out to the person who made that sprite.
Yep, it is a very good sprite. One of the Samus themed sprites. A lot of runners like playing with the Samus sprites because they're more familiar because it looks very similar. When you're playing the really weird looking sprites, then you're gonna miss a lot of cues and just have a harder time.
All right, so Summer Farmer has successfully peeked at that item, knows it's Spazer Beam, and is so done with that item, he's just going to move on. He doesn't need it.
Yeah,
Now, he
please go
has the
left.
map. Ooh.
Does not have good power bomb count.
Take a look at your map. Summer Farmer sees the high jump, does not have good power bomb count, just like Aussie just said, and is opting to go back to the right. Probably going to refill that chip. But did he see the majors on the right-hand side?
I think Mo saw a Ridley up here on the top left of Everest, and we already have Charge, Spazer, Varia. What more can you need?
Health. I like bringing in a little extra health, but that's only when I'm not racing. If it's in a race like this, we had Brinstar as a choice, but that requires an expert check of double spring ball jump. Definitely not something that we can do. We're supposed to do in hard. So left is probably the logical progression way. Seems really along the way, but will he do it? Is he confident with the resources he has?
Yep. So East Ocean, you can go both directions with high jump and spring ball using a spring ball jump. And
oh, that's true. You can go to the top right. I forget that only requires one spring ball jump. The top middle, however, does require a double, correct?
Of Everest.
Of Everest, yes.
Top right of Everest also takes a double most of the time. I was talking about East Ocean.
Oh, you're right. My fault. My apologies.
There's
I'm getting confused on my rooms. So much for second seed map Rando tourney player Spiffy Thomas, am I right?
Yeah. Wash. Take a month off. Just washed.
Very washed. Very washed. It's not just that though. I did come back and play some map randos after 3 weeks of not touching the controller. It's not just that I got bad. It's also that everyone else improved significantly. And I'm so shocked and I am so happy that everybody is putting forth their all to getting good and playing these races. It's something that I've always wanted. I wanted the big community around the map randos. I really did, because this is my favorite random to play of all time, hands down. And just to have people join and get good and play, and to see the progressions that people have made, it just makes me really happy. 100%.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
from future tournaments,
from the start, like when people are getting into map rando, you could see that there's a lot of like build up time to getting good. There's just so much to know, and you have to think about the game differently. That is always going to be a matter of putting in the hours to like really get to understand map rando. So as time passes, people are getting better, getting more familiar with it.
absolutely. Sorry about that, Pineapple. We're not trying to ignore you. Yes, it was Spazer in the Sky Missiles, and Charge Beam was at the bottom right of Criteria below Mobile Mountain to the left of the Blue Hoppers.
Okay. We want to see Sunwoo get this E-Tank. Logic for Blue Hopper Room is you take one hit each way. So with an E-Tank and various suits, that is livable.
Mo steadily making progress, making its way down the Mickey Mouse, finds another pack of power bombs. Taking some hits from these orbs. Gotta respect the damage up here. The lower Norfair enemies are not to be trifled with.
No. Really tanky enemies too. Just take a lot of damage.
These Desgigas, I believe they also take half damage to Spazer only. If memory serves,
maybe
they take half damage to I believe they take half damage to Spazer only. Spazer Ice, they might take full damage, but there we go, our grapple beam.
Okay, don't have to track that one. You might be right. It's pretty, I'm gonna call it obscure knowledge. That and like ice freezing enemies for less time in Norfair. You don't have a reason to need to know it most of the time. but when you're trying to decide how long it's going to take to kill a lower Norfair enemy, it matters to know that.
Definitely in a race setting. Oh,
Someone
that was
makes it
close.
out.
Sun just squeaked it out of there. Sunwoo Farmer now past the Blue Hoppers with his newly found charge beam.
And hopefully going to save before heading into the Metroid Rim. There's a major to the right of Sunwoo, and that was the...
He might be farming here. He might not go for it. I don't think he saw it. It is in the corner of the world map. He might not have scrolled enough to the right to see it.
A little dangerous on Mo's side, going through Amphitheater. The Gold Pirates do 100 damage.
Oh, there it is. He got sniped by the French fry.
Yeah.
Sniped by the French fry, that Gold Pirate. Yeah.
That was not a commentator curse. It's just pointing out how dangerous the room is.
If you have to defend yourself from commentator curse accusations, I think it's a commentator curse. That tile set swap is confusing me so much. It is very confusing, for sure. Especially for people who don't run this very often. Or at all, especially. But being able to recognize the rooms instantly it's just... These guys have played these so much. They want the variety. They want that spice of life, right? They want to mix it up a little bit. And I'm right there with them. I play on different tiles every once in a while, but if I'm trying to get good, if I'm trying to improve, I got to keep it vanilla. I just have to.
Yeah. Like, vanilla's nice for keeping your visual cues and all that.
Absolutely.
But I guess talking about the tile sets, the team that works on it, like, very proud of this. Definitely put in a ton of effort into it. But also shares like a lot of people with the Map Rando development team. But because it is confusing to viewers, we just decided to not, at least not encourage it, not really allow it for the tournament. And like that would have been a great way to show it off, and it is cool to look at. So it's just unfortunate that we had to like limit how much we could show it.
Most definitely, yeah. The amount of work shows for sure. It was just looking at how smooth and how well made the other map tile sets are. Like it's not just you replace this tile with this, right? They're adding in some extra things that make sense. The background fits with it, and it's just incredible how much work and how much time has gone into making this thing beautiful.
Yep, they are still adding more tile sets to it. In this release, which is 113, they were able to have one of every region, like a tile set for every region. And that lets you change the tile set when you change regions. I think we've been in Criteria this whole time, so it's all going to be Criteria themed. But once Sunwoo goes somewhere else, we'll see different palettes and tiles. Yeah, they're still adding new tiles sets. Saw a screenshot of Dusty Torian posted yesterday. So I guess that's what they're working on next. In this seed, it'll be Mechanical Torian.
Ooh,
so it
sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's going to be more sub-region divisions. Missile here at Spring Ballroom.
Every different room has like 6 different tile sets for each room. Yes, that is exactly what we're trying to say.
Yes, that's what I said.
All right, so Sunwoo Farmer now spotting that major on the right-hand side now that he's all the way in the crab shaft. Will he reset? He does not have spring ball. He has high jump, and that'll get him pretty far, especially since he already got to the top left of Everest. But now he's really dreading, what did I leave behind? What is over there on the right-hand side of Criteria, past Bubble Mountain, past Metroids? Is it something important? And that will haunt him for a little while there.
Yeah. Ari knows about the Spazer that he left behind. Not too worried about that one. Even though weapon damage is fairly low currently. Still on one super pack for both. But I don't know that Spring Ball has been like critical so far. We've noted that it's useful for East Ocean, and I think Mo did go back through that. Oh, then
Yeah, so
also
Mo.
a beach here.
Ugh.
Okay, shortcut back to Spring Ball. Let's go.
Mo takes a horizontal spark instead. Maybe he didn't quite know that the bottom side is connected.
So someone died
Currently,
in the beach room, and the door under it was a water room, so you can't gravity jump up through it to do a little cheeky sequence break. So it's either underwater wall jumps or get the spring ball if you want to go that way.
Mo finding his second reserve tank. He's well into Brinstar now. And if we missed it, Brinstar is the top middle of Everest, which led to Main Street. So he's going around right now, just kind of exploring blind, maybe making his way slowly towards that map, while Sunmoo Farmer grabs that spring ball. Don't know if he's happy to see it, but it's definitely going to be useful. Even if it is just speeding up movement. You don't have to sit there and wait for your bomb to blow up. You don't have to use your power bombs to blow you up 3 tile gaps.
Showing off the pseudo screw too.
Oh, yes. The logical way to get that done.
Yeah, pseudo screw through the Metroid rooms is actually fairly dangerous because Rinkas can eat your pseudo screw, but more so trying to run around in the lava and the acid. That can not allow you to get a pseudo screw. Plus the mechanical pressing of the buttons is harder for movement.
Oh, yeah, because the water physics doesn't let you get a pseudo screw. It doesn't even let your normal screw attack. So they can latch on to you while you're in the water physics. Ah, the subtleties of this game. All right, Mo found the bottom left of the aqueduct room. Now it's going to get the top right 2 items in aqueduct. Pack of missiles and drumroll, please. Another missile pack. Another missile pack.
Another missile pack.
Right.
Okay, Seed. But yeah, Seed's giving them a lot of water rooms early on. I'd say more often than not, when you see a lot of water rooms early, then you're just going to get Gravity Suit. But in this case, he was able to give them High Jump. And then once you have High Jump, it only has to give you one other thing to let you do the underwater movement attacks that Herd allows.
That is true. And this one right here, if they didn't have Spring Ball or Speed Booster, then this is technically a one-way trip, right? Because he went down Aqueduct, and I believe the way to snail climb is to have Spring Ball and High Jump. Is that correct?
We have Speed Booster, so if you can
so the Speed
get
Booster tech will let you out too.
Yeah, if you can.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Mo's in shambles.
You cannot bounce them off with power bombs, but when you're they're so deadly in Map Rando. They're just completely different enemies.
We're just gonna chalk that up to another Aussie commentator curse talking about that water physics in Metroid rooms. That is definitely what happened to Mo just now.
Oh my god.
That's like strike 3 on the commentator curses today.
Oh, we're back in Amphitheater. Don't get hit by any gold pirates. Makes it out.
All right, Sunmoo Farmer knows he needs to catch up. He's gonna be pulling out a lot of the stops here, trying to figure out what he needs to go. A little high 5 in this room. Now that I think about it, Mo took a pretty massive reset. He's all the way back in the bottom criteria now.
Yeah. It does have the map information. When you die in Map Rando, you don't lose your explored map tiles.
God, I'm
So,
so glad. I am so thankful for that change. Thank you, developers, for putting that in. I remember the days when I played Map Random, and when you did die, you lost all your map information. It was tragic. It was so sad, making
what
deaths
happens
that much
is
worse.
you just re-explore the doors over and over, and painful to do that.
Oh, definitely.
So,
A very nice feature to
very nice
have, a
change.
huge quality of life. And another great change is when you explore a room, um, and if you hit pause, the outline of that room, the shape of that room is exposed. Not the items or doors inside that room, but the outlines are there. I mean, some people would find it minor, but I find that to be a major quality of life.
Yeah,
Being able to
very
recognize
interesting
rooms,
change.
it has drastically sped up the average completion time of these map randoms. I guarantee it.
Yeah, so the main idea behind that feature is, again, we don't want you re-entering rooms just to see what it was. So if it gives you the outline, um, so let me go back on that. When you enter a room, you're only going to see the door tile, and so that's not helpful to remembering what a room looks like. So if we give you the outline, then you can actually tell what the room looks like, and that's the main idea of the feature. You can also use it to tell how the room physically connects to other rooms and like piece the larger map together.
Definitely a really, really good feature to have. It's incredible. For those who still doubt it, don't
Oh,
doubt it. Take
Mo
our
with the
word for it.
tech.
Oh, very nice. Very nice spring ball jump there. Love that. The lesser known tech.
Yeah, I'm not even sure exactly what he did. That was the bomb through the door into a spring ball jump from bomb state. That's a cool
Pulling out
one.
some very hard or expert tech there.
Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly that is. Seems like a very hard.
Yeah, especially since he has high jump, right?
Yeah. It's really cool when we have runners come on to uh, a casual restream like this and just break out the tech. Just want to show off. That's a lot of fun for everyone.
Definitely. I do my best whenever I get restreamed and whatnot. If I can break logic, I'll probably do it. I love breaking logic on these things to see where if it's better or worse. Most of the time, it's not better at all. But you know, sometimes if you're Ocean Ghost, especially, you'll have that plot armor and you'll get rewarded for it. Sunroof Farmer, you're struggling a little bit in Amphitheater, but it has that save right there.
Very handy save.
Definitely.
We have pretty difficult sea going on, really. A lot of hard rooms. There's no comfy items, and the problem. You
The
just have to
comfiest by
keep
far so
executing.
far. Yeah. The comfiest one so far is definitely the Varia suit. Half damage and no heat. It's a pretty big comfort, but that doesn't stop you. That doesn't help you in a lot of the water rooms. Slow movement, difficult tricks, underwater wall jumps if you really want to bring out that trick. All kinds of stuff going on. Plus all of the dangerous enemies in Meridia. The Meridia enemies expect you to have gravity suit in vanilla. So that's a 75% damage reduction. Since we don't use that damage reduction style here in Map Rando, all these enemies are that much more dangerous.
Okay. But we does have the grapple beam, though. So that's going to be the way through Everest, through the top door into Brinstar. And do we know what Mo is doing in Brinstar? Is there a objective, or is it still heading towards the map?
Still heading toward the map and
Oh
refusing to
my.
do pseudo screw. Yes, that map is a huge scam.
Oh,
He just saw the other side.
it
It
is.
connected to. Oh no, that is such a scam.
Yeah, you have to go down the right sand pit, most likely. At least worst room. Had enough health to survive the Metroid this time.
Still refusing to use that pseudo screw tech.
Yeah, it looks like a Shine Spark through this water room.
Uh-oh. He's got high jump
Oh well.
and spring ball, so he can do it if he knows the expert tech.
Yep. Very difficult. So this morph trick, there were some uses for it in like SMZ3, but I feel like no one had a reason to learn how to do it before Map Rando.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the key hidden features, not features, but parts of this trick is you have to morph with a diagonal press. So it's a down and forward on the same frame. And so it's a frame perfect input. And that makes the trick like extra hard. Plus you have to spring ball jump in the sand at a particular time.
Definitely very, very tough. Remember, that's an expert trick. That is 2 levels higher than what is required of them for this map rando.
Yeah. So expert difficulty is tricks that are like very difficult. You have to have like top tier level movement. But there are tricks that can be like practiced to be consistent.
Definitely.
That's the idea of expert.
You racers out there, anybody in the chat looking to join this thing, if you want to know more, Aussie 101 is the guy to listen to. He is the logic developer. He knows every trick in this book.
Nice nail dodge.
Basically wrote the dang book. All right. He's the guy.
Yeah, we
Get
do
noted in the chat.
we do go to other community members to like get notes on the, especially the more detailed stuff.
The more obscure stuff.
Yeah, like there's tasters out there. There's people who play really difficult randomizers. People who just science out what happens in the game for the heck of it.
For fun.
The ones who,
because why not?
yeah, those ones who really know the ins and outs of the game.
I recently just watched the Bob video of him doing high jumpless underwater wall jumps all the way up the left side of fish tank, and I died a little inside while throwing up in my mouth.
I think the room above that is even worse.
Oh gosh!
In that video, so you underwater wall jump up to the door, and then you have to do. No, actually, I guess he just underwater wall jumps up Everest, the lower part of it.
Oh no, he did Everest as well. I only saw the fish tank part.
Yeah, I was thinking he did the bomb grapple jump off a crab to get up.
Oh yeah. I would much rather do that, even if it is like, what was that, triple frame perfect or something? It looks incredibly difficult and belongs in the category it's in.
Yeah, I think triple frame perfect is accurate. The bomb and the grapple have to go off of the same frame, and then you have to press jump on the frame perfectly.
Oh, no, thank you.
He does have to do that later for Batuning Tank Room.
To be honest, I feel like watching Baba videos, bringing that on yourself. Yeah, you're kind of right with that one. That's an accurate way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to make clips of all the tricks, like all the really difficult tricks in this. And if I can't do it, I go to Bob and get videos made.
All right, Mo finding the regular bombs, the small orb, as some like to put it. Gonna do a spring ball jump in this to get it. Sunwoo Farmer now in the Brinstar area, looking around blindly. Probably gonna try and find his way to map as well, taking the same route that Mo has. And probably going to find very similar struggles as well, because this map location is very, very mean. All right, now Mo over here has the high jump, so this room is in logic, both left to right and right to left. I'm assuming he can get to that peg, which spring ball he definitely can.
Oh, my.
Ooh. The pillar room.
Yeah,
this is a tricky one. Oh, that's bad.
This is a room where mistakes are extremely punished.
Very, very punished.
Every room with like acid or lava that you can fall into, you just get really punished for things going wrong, and it's actually hard to model those. The logic.
Okay.
See,
Let's
not
check the
majors.
map. Not majors, not bosses. I think he's just going to reset here. He might even reset twice. He has regular bombs, but with his 10
Yeah, we're
power
going to
bombs, not so
Torian
bad.
next.
He's thinking of it. Yep, there's one. He doesn't take the second reset, though.
Yeah, I knew. I didn't even track it. Yeah, a little bit of a slow seed for item collection. Sometimes you get like all the items right away. Sometimes they're just really spread out.
Few and far between, really far, filled with water rooms with no gravity suit. Yep, we've seen it all, folks. We didn't get super scammed, though. They didn't force either power bombs or supers very, very late like they have in some tragic seeds.
Yeah,
Most of them were short charge.
just an average, really difficult seed. Oh, it looks like Mo didn't have rune state entering the room. Is that what happened?
Kind of on.
Oh,
Either
giving us
that or he
grapple
missed one of
jumps.
his taps. Yeah. Good grapple jumps, though.
Yep. Nice.
It's always nice to have that in your back pocket. Sunwoo Farmer now facing the same struggles that Mo did the first time around.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sunwoo Farmer.
Just saved, I think.
Just got out of that room.
But either way,
Remember the
just gonna
pseudo
reset the
screw.
room.
Yeah, here we go. Remember the pseudo screw.
Bounce into volleyball.
Aussie commentating and tracking. Yes, he's a man who can do it all, Ryan.
If
Oh, now
you
this
would like to come in, take some work off of me, we are accepting volunteers here at Map Rando. Community races.
Yes,
just
that's
join
right.
our Discord server. That's the Map Rando Discord server. You can find a link to it at maprando.com. You can also check out all the great information about Map Rando while you're there, as well as see everyone who's joining races with our race channel. Races going on every day, multiple times a day.
The race planning channel inside the Map Rando Discord. It's one of the most active channels in any Discord I've seen. There are races daily and multiples. I don't remember a single day that has gone by that there was not at least like 3 races every day.
Yeah. And more recently, there's even a second racing role for chill races. So it's gonna be the people who are still trying to learn how to play hard tricky. They're coming together and doing unranked races with fewer expected tricks, and they're just gonna improve their skills in a more chill environment.
Definitely. I think the main difficulty for that, it's going to be subject to change, of course, but I think the baseline for that's going to be medium tricky, and that's completely fair. Medium tricky, I actually joined in on one of the races recently, and it's still not a cakewalk, not even close. Hard is hard. They aptly name it hard. Sure, there's very hard, expert, extreme, and insane, and even beyond. We don't talk about beyond. But yes, hard is difficult. Don't let it fool you. It is hard. They aptly named it, so don't be afraid to go down to basic normal. Even if you're just starting out, basic normal is still very, very fun, and you have the full experience of a map rando seed.
I feel like the most difficult part about hard is just the lack of safeties, like the lack of mistakes that you're allowed to make.
Definitely.
And then, so it's like you regularly have to just be playing really well. And like if you're doing that in every room, like throughout the whole seed, then at some point it's going to get you.
It gets everybody. It's not a question of if, it's when.
Yeah. Like the idea of racing herd is more so that you just run through the seed, do a few hard tricks here and there, but mostly just sprint through the seed. But what we're seeing, you can't get these like long underwater segments that are could be just slowing you down so much. Um, it's just where it is right now.
Ooh, is Mo going to be greeted with Fantoon map? Let's take a look. There it is, the Fantoon map, getting scammed by the baby grab and the Fantoon. Classic.
Yeah. Has a better runway on the right side. So, going for the running jump to get to the top door. Oh, this has a really weird transition. By the looks of it. You can't really see where the transition point is.
True story. Doing those is always tough. I always kind of depend on the door frame being there for all these tricks now.
Yeah. So instead going for the double spring ball jump to get up. Those are the only two options. Maybe you could... No. The Shine Sparks aren't a thing here. Why did I even think that?
Tell you what, both of these tricks are not in hard logic at all. Not even close. Will he peek the left-hand side? We'll find 2 items and a farm room.
Oh.
Takes the hit for funsies, I guess.
I do that every time. Like trying to aim down, I just morph. Trying to aim down to shoot the pancake enemy. But this looked like a left door to get some health back before Fantoon.
Definitely. Or maybe even reset the crabs if there was nothing there. But yes. My usual tragedy there is to aim down with the missile, and the missile traveling too fast, and the chute jumping up, and they just kind of phase through each other. Another classic.
Yeah.
Couple of lives have ended on that one too. That's why I never do that anymore, unless I have like 400 health. The lessons we learn.
E-tank. E-tanks are good. So they're both at 2E, 2 reserve, and Varia. And yet it still doesn't feel like a safe amount of health. You know, normally you'd think it'd be a lot.
Not with these Meridian enemies around. See, Mo was trying to set up for a 1 round there. Looked like he got the right kind of rhythm for it, but just didn't quite connect with the missile. I'm no expert at the 1 rounder myself, though. But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
Kind of wondering what Sun was doing. If the goal is to blind explore, like the whole map, and stay away from the areas beneath the sandpits. But either way, not heading directly towards the map right now. And we get a boss kill. Ew, Metroid's 4.
Our first boss kill goes to Mo. 53 minutes in. This is not a free seed, not even slightly. But with this Fantoon kill comes massive map knowledge. He is one of the largest zones, if not the largest. Is Norfair the largest, or?
Yeah, Norfair is the largest.
Norfair is the largest region, and that is a setting that is turned on by default and is used for all of these standardized races. Is a standard area assignment. There is an option to randomize it.
Trade item.
Ooh, wreck ship. But the option is to keep the largest rooms, the largest areas in vanilla Super Metroid to also be the largest areas in the map Rando.
And I like having that setting on because it gives you just more information about regions. That's like it's not anything major, but it's something that you can make decisions around.
Definitely is a huge factor I consider in decision making. One of the first races I played that was on race time, we actually had somebody roll the seed and turn that off, and it was tragic. It was very, very, very tragic. A little lesser known effect, but definitely something that's worth keeping in mind.
Yeah. It also controls where the landing site is, like which region landing site is.
True story.
So that can be fun for a random start seed. So then you really don't know where to look for your ship on the escape. Oh, we're in another water room. So gonna take this a little bit
Surprise.
slowly.
Oh,
I
well,
see
taking
more
some
water below.
damage. Oh, okay. I did not get a good grip on the Brinstar map, so I can't quite tell where he's planning on going at the moment.
Yeah, right
Wu
now,
seems to be
Sunwoo is...
backtracking.
Yeah, he's just backtracking now. I was gonna say something, but I'm taking it back. He's not where I think he is.
No more commentator curses.
No. He's in an excellent farm room right now. What I remember from Sunwoo in watching some of his other races is he plays a little bit of a risky style, I think,
Oh,
normally.
definitely.
Yeah, so doesn't always like refill health to full, for example.
Going
So
down
can't get into
blind worst room
like
in the game. He's making his way steadily to the map, though.
yeah.
All right, boss
I,
number 2. Crate is down for Mo.
yeah. I think Mo plays a little bit more safer, a little bit more like how I play.
Wait, you play safe? Is that how you beat us in all those races?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
well, just sounds like a case of just get good, everybody. All right, much needed map knowledge for the Woo.
Yeah. So just gonna find out that he missed the major and didn't find a whole lot else in the region.
Doesn't take the double reset here. I guess the reset back in Criteria is a little far. You'd have to go through Amphitheater again. You
So he
have to
did
do a
lose an
lot
E-tank with
again.
this reset.
Oh, he did. Mo setting up what looks to be the Shine Spark up the Climb Super Room.
Yeah,
Just
killed out
kills
all the
off.
Boyons.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can jump through them with the speed booster, but guess not comfortable with that.
It requires a little bit of timing and tech, so
It
definitely easy to
does.
just kill him, especially if you have the ammo that you do.
Okay, we get an item.
The
So
wave
Mo
beam.
is close to a couple majors up here, and once you start getting like multiple majors, then that's when things start getting more comfortable. And once you are comfy, you can start going really fast. And so the end of these seeds tends to go a lot faster than the start.
Ooh, that was close, Mo. Almost missed it. Almost went on only one side. Gets the ice beam. Got the full PKRD beam or PRDKD beam, however you like to say.
So this is good enough to finish the seed on,
Mm-hmm.
I'd expect. 20 supers, 45 missiles itself is pretty strong weaponry, but that was a pretty good beam too, with that various suit making things fairly safe.
All right,
So Sunwoo,
Sunwoo is gonna go down. Checking the right sand pit. It's gonna be disappointed to find bombs, I think. At this point, well, he won't reset, will he?
I mean, this is about where he was last reset.
Okay, he knows he can. Oh no, he didn't know. He didn't know.
You saw it, right? Or what do
A
you mean?
little sad. He can get out of the sand there. He had high jump, so he can
Oh,
get out at the bottom of that sand in the sandfall area. But he reset without that knowledge. If you get stuck at the bottom, if you're under the sandfall, you can escape the bottom with high jump boots. But you have to be in the sandfall area because I don't ask me on the details of the sandfall stuff, but it does let you jump a little bit higher. And you can escape the bottom of the sand in that specific room. Or no, probably all specific rooms with that much sand, you can escape it.
So this is a good time to mention that being able to jump on sand like that, jumping off of sand, jumping over sand pits, that's part of hard logic too. And that's something that I don't think I've brought up in any of my commentaries before. But being
Yeah,
able to
definitely
move
good to
on
know.
sand is a skill.
And not an easy one. It takes a lot of subtleties to do it well.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like moving through the below sand pit rooms, the sand halls, without gravity. That's gonna involve that sand tech. Doing the sand pits with just high jump. So things like that are gonna be in hard logic because of the sand involved.
All right, so Mo finds his way to the biggest pinkest. Gonna find 3 more items here. And the map. And the map. The wreck ship is one of the smallest areas. Not quite the smallest? Or is it smaller than Torian? I forget.
I'm not sure. I just treat those two as small and Norfair as big, and don't really worry about the rest.
But regardless, he's gonna find 3 items and map here. Let's see this what he decides to do. Where is he going? Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what bosses we've seen. Uh, I think we've seen Ridley and Mother Brain.
If he's seen everything, I can understand that, but to not check the 3 items, to not check the map,
Yeah.
have we
Like,
seen,
why
do
go
we
in
know
there?
where everything is? I think Mo skipped one of the majors in that area. In Norfair, maybe? Well, we'll have to take a look and see next time he pauses his map.
Like, he doesn't really need majors right now. Just mostly needs boss information.
Yeah,
But it
this
does
seed is
depend
completely
what
beatable.
rooms to go through.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in go mode. Does not need a single thing.
Yep, this is a race. You're trying to go fast, so that's going to mean skipping some items as soon as you're comfortable with what you have. Whatever it takes to finish as fast as you can.
Did we see Ridley?
I thought we did. I said we did at the start, so it must be true.
That might be
Early
what he's
on.
opting to do first. If we've seen Ridley, he knows that he knows he wants to go back and kill Ridley now because it's all the way back in the beginning and there were no other areas around it.
I thought the map was
Oh,
close to where it was, though.
it was close. It was literally connected to Big Pink, which he was in.
Yeah, so I wouldn't turn around in that case.
Absolutely not.
Map right there.
Yeah, that information is huge.
Oh, really with Mother Brain. I find it's a good deal harder to keep track of the map when commentating these races instead of playing it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Got to get the feel for it. All right, Sunmu. Gonna find his Torian map now. Finds a Meridia connector, the Norfolk connector. Maybe looks like Mo is heading towards Meridia instead of the wrecked ship. Could be a clairvoyant moment for all I know. I'm not exactly sure, but this could be ideal for him.
Yeah. I don't really get it. I wasn't watching closely enough, I guess.
Yeah, we get a little lost in conversation from the time to time, and I forget to pay attention a lot of the time. Current update though, it's a Sunmu Farmer is a bit behind. Struggled a lot in the beginning, took some really nasty, unfortunate deaths, and also a couple of bad resets. Mo, of course, hasn't been flawless either. Took pretty big reset in
There it is.
Windstar all the way back to Criteria. We got the Meridian map. What do we see on that map, Oxy?
We saw that Croc Speedway goes directly to Dragon.
Ah, nice. The clairvoyant moment.
That is what happened.
Hey, sometimes when you know, you know. Another major in that area too. Don't think he'll go for it though. Of course, having gravity and screw attack and stuff like that would definitely help, but it's not necessary. Not anymore.
You want gravity for movement speed, like in endgame, but there's only so many rooms left that you have to go through, so you're not going to get too much value out of gravity. Plasma is generally another good item, but in this case, the beam is good enough, and the ammo, you can think of it as matching a full beam when you have a lot of supers. So the ammo pretty much negates the need for plasma too.
All right, the Woo now coming across the Fancheering room, gonna face the same struggles as before, as Mo did.
Excellent
Oh, takes
question.
the nasty crab, please. Crab, please. All right, now we got that microwave shrimp. Mo is going to be now moving on to towards Ridley, if we know where he is. I don't think we know where he is, though.
I said we do. I don't remember,
Okay. It
but
must have been
I
Criteria
remember
then,
saying
like
it.
early.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably Criteria.
Oh, crap, please. Some farmer squeaks on by, though.
Yeah, it does get the jump up. It is very difficult to actually get
I
through this crab hole.
I never get through the left side well. I always go too fast and bonk.
Yeah, so many ways to do it wrong. Only one way to do it right.
And some days I feel like I've done all the wrong ways.
But it's really like just as hard as the double spring wall jump. Like for perspective.
Ridley with Mother Brain, though? Is that where we saw Mother Brain and Ridley? We have somebody mention that Ridley was with Mother Brain. And I don't remember where Mother Brain is either. My lack of map knowledge in this one is quite unfortunate. I need to pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah, in the early days of like thinking about how to put a stream together, like I was thinking about how we could somehow put some kind of map on the overlay we have here.
It's
Ended
tough.
up not going that way.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
Like it's hard for us to follow, and we know what to look for in Map Rando, but then
Mm-hmm.
we got to think about the viewer experience too. It's like,
All right, so
good luck.
Pantune
Rando.
down. First boss for Sun Farmer. Gonna be heading toward that map and also find Kraid really soon. I imagine taking the same path that Mo did.
I'm still collecting the items along the way.
Ah, okay. So we're getting chat confirmation that both Mother Brain and Ridley are in criteria. Ridley at the top right and Mother Brain was far left. So that's why he decided not to go to wrecked ship map, because I guess it's too small and he really bet that Dragon wasn't there? Question mark? I don't know. Still a questionable decision in my opinion, but you do what you do.
We can ask. We can find out.
Oh, I'll definitely be asking that. Don't you worry. I want to know how he knew not to go through wreck ship anymore.
But from here, it's just down the toilet, and you're back in criteria. And a little bit of running around here till you reach the remaining bosses. But Mo's in good position to finish this up pretty shortly. Unfortunately, we're still going slow in the water rooms.
True story. Yes, there is Ridley right there. We did see him. And we are off to fighting Rodney.
So actually what's happening here is you want to use all your ammo on Ridley to have the fight faster. But since Mother Brain is close by, a lot of the time there's no good way to refill your supers for Mother Brain. And, can get
Yeah,
awkward.
usually a true story, but one quick look at the map will show Mo that there is actually a farm room just 2 rooms away from where he is now. There's the sponge room to the right hand side of Ridley, and then above that is the farm room that's usually attached to Purple Shaft. The heated 5-bug room, whatever that one's called. I don't know what that's called. Purple Shaft Farm, I guess.
Watching this this Ridley fight, this is only one suit, only various suit. It's gonna be taking more damage than you'd expect per hit. This might be over, or maybe it's another super worth of damage because the last one missed.
Oh, be careful, Mo. Be careful, Mo.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well done
That is a
kill.
massive loss. I don't remember the last time he
Oh
saved.
my.
Okay, looks like he saved before the Dragon fight.
Before
Not too
Dragon.
far.
Plasma.
We found the plasmers.
Yeah, plasma here at Precious.
Still not too far behind from where he was, but that was a pretty significant loss of time. The Woo is now high-fiving Mo. No, that's not right. That's not correct.
No, they're in different regions.
Yeah, that just looked similar. One was the Croc Speedway, and the other one was, I believe, Speed Hallway.
Sounds right. Yeah, so Farmer is playing with the custom tile set. So we are in the Norfair region now, and these are all going to look like Norfair rooms.
Man, that's a definite tile set. Got him right there.
That happens a lot. There's like one room in every region that looks exactly like some other vanilla room. You're never ready for it. Then one of Eddie's favorite stories is how I wasted 20 minutes in a race once because I went into the bottom of Climb Room and thought it was Frog Speedway because it was in the
Yeah,
Norfair tile set.
I remember that. That was pretty tragic. And that's why he'll never do it.
Then Matto came in and pointed out the most minor differences in the room. There's slopes on the ceilings. So you make mistakes like that, and you just learn the room, learn more about the room than you ever thought you need to know.
Exactly. Yes, Ridley was in fact dead and was going for the pickup, and the tail just kind of got in the way. All right, so we got a Kraid fight coming up for Sunwoo Farmer. Mo made pretty quick work of Dragon again. Now going to be heading back towards Criteria to fight Ridley for the second time. Hopefully without getting tail scammed this time. And as also was saying, remember that even though he has Varia suit, it's only 50% damage reduction. And vanilla, like any percent or most categories except for probably RPO, you're expected to have gravity suit, which is 75%. So effectively taking double damage than what you're used to in a vanilla game. It's you got to respect the damage. You just got to be extra careful if you're fighting with one suit or even no suits. You'll see a lot of the top runners fight Ridley with no suits, and that is the game. That it is the game. If you don't find Varia early in charge, the game is, can I beat Ridley?
Yeah, like if you're playing even a vanilla speedrun and you try the fight with Varia instead of gravity, like you just feel the difference right away. You're just taking so much more damage from every little thing. Even the fireballs become a lot more deadly when they're doing like 30 instead of 15.
Oh yeah.
So Mo's going for this gravity jump, which is really cool and generally easy to do, but in this case doesn't have any actual runway to run with.
It is possible though, with a nice little morph here. Boom, and there it is.
Yeah. It looked like you need to do some kind of precise morph to get up there too, because that took a couple of attempts that were able to cross the room.
I don't quite understand it myself, but we actually had a recent discussion about it on another top runner, saying that you either needed to morph immediately or you need to morph towards the top to kind of skid along the ceiling and get a little extra horizontal room.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it definitely worked. So just have
So
to
you've
assume it's
seen
true.
one of the new texts that we've added called the morph momentum conservation.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be the
Oh,
same idea as that,
gotcha.
where morphing is a uninterruptible action, and so you're not going to be losing your momentum when you're doing that. And somehow it lets you slide along ceilings and get a little bit of extra distance.
I think the only room I noticeably use that one in is going to be trying to escape the X-ray room. If you have screw attack, you can break that top block, and then you can use that trick that Aussie just mentioned to escape. It's not easy though. It is not easy.
Yeah, that's one. Like, I've been doing that for a long time, but since I didn't do that tech anywhere else, didn't really have a name on it, or didn't think about it too much as a tech. But now it's something that we should go back and see if it needs to be updated to use the
Reevaluate, right?
tech name. Yeah, reevaluate
Yeah.
it.
All right. So Sunmoon Farmer slowly but surely cleaning up, trying to get to the places, the majors that Mo already has. You'll see him retrace the same round steps to get these majors, Ice Beam and another E-Tank. Seems to be a fairly similar route at the moment. Also, he has Plasma though, so it's gonna make him go a little bit faster. Um, However, maybe a little too late as Mo goes to attempt Ridley for the second time.
Beams
At
are
this
this.
point,
Is this
yeah,
Ice and Wave
he has Ice
on
and Wave,
someone's side?
yes.
Okay.
He has the best beam combo. All right, so
All
Mo's
right.
taking the refill
I
up
was
here.
watching you get space jump. Didn't mark it. So here's that farm room you pointed out on Mo's side.
What's this room called? I actually don't know.
This
And
is
now I'm
called
very
Purple
curious.
Farm.
The Purple Farm? Okay. Makes
Purple
sense.
Farm. Connected to the purple room. Not
Is
every
that the
room has
only
a
purple room?
fantastic name.
Are those the only
Possibly.
two purple rooms?
They're
Actually,
the
don't
only two
know.
called purple rooms.
And
There
now
are
I'm
degrees
curious.
of purple.
Did Mo just get his super scammed? He hit him with a full charge beam, and I think that super went directly through Ridley.
Wow.
I don't know if that happened. Yeah, flip that.
I imagine it could happen. I don't think I've ever seen that happening. Okay. Far better position this time.
No, it did not clip through. He timed it well.
Okay. We are not on maximum frame rate here.
Mo, there you go. All right, so Mo is now going to be waking his way to Mother Brain with Ridley confirmed dead. No major threats left standing between him and Mother Brain. As soon as he farms up, of course. We wouldn't want anybody to, not come in with 18 projectiles at Mother Brain, especially in a tournament race.
Be a tragedy if that happened.
Tell me about it. I had a bad dream about that once.
Yep. anything can happen in Super Metroid randomizer races. Like, infinite possibilities for ways to not win your race.
Yes, yes. The ways to lose are countless, aren't they? Just like the speed run? Exactly right. It's just like the speed run. Countless ways to lose your run. Especially in Meridia where runs go to die. Alright, Sunmoon Farmer now making his way to wrecked ship. I don't think he knows where Dragon is. Did he pop into Meridia yet?
If you do, it would work out so well. The map is
Really
right
would.
there.
Yeah, I don't think he has, considering that, assuming that he remembers that he saw Mother Brain and Ridley already, he's going in the wrecked ship.
Yeah, it's interesting to see both of them choose Norfair instead of Meridia. That seems like the more common direction to go for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was just closer because the map was up the shaft, and Meridia was just a little bit further away. You had to go through with the pre-ice gates room, and even though there was a save there, I guess they just didn't want to do it. A little slower, just a smidge.
Yeah, I guess tactically thinking, we're only looking for one boss at that point, or no? Pantune and Crater and Norfair.
Oh wow, it's actually connected.
Ha! The pass through.
Something I did not expect.
Yeah. Another major at the top of Red Tower too. See if he wants to get it.
That's probably going to be gravity. It's far away. Gravity's rarely along the way. Of the items he's missing, we've seen Spazer. We've seen bombs. It's a 50-50 shot for gravity.
Yeah, so gravity, through, and X-ray.
Is he leaving? Or is it up the elevator? No, he's going up the elevator.
Okay. If you're leaving, you would reset.
Right.
But also, if you're leaving, you go to Meridia. There's a major right there. Norfair Reserve. So really strong odds of getting gravity.
There it is.
How about that?
No, he's completely go mode. He doesn't want anything else. He doesn't need anything else.
Yeah. Full beam, speed, high jump, gravity, Varia, Morph Ball.
Now, I'm assuming you would make the similar decision as Mo, like I would have. I 100% would have opted to just skip every major as soon as I knew I could kill Ridley and had Varia.
Those Tuskegos.
They're tragic.
Yeah.
They're so tanky.
Yeah, especially since we've already seen basically all the water rims. I wouldn't value gravity very highly.
And here we go. Mo's going to be setting up for a Zeb skip. Which way does he do it? We'll have to wait and find out. He's going to have to farm up some health first.
Yeah, probably wants a bit of health. Up to 48 health to spare. Sad that this seems like the best farm spot. Oh, great.
Oh, with the X-ray scope and plasma charge, he can make really quick work of Dragon that he's about to run into.
Ha! Run through a door, get a major. Not too bad.
The blind checks, gotta love them.
Oh, it was also one way too. You can't
True enough.
Go from Meridia into Wreck Ship that way.
Surely it connects to the other side, though.
Yeah, right here at Dragon. Just needs to go down.
And he just
Unfortunate.
doesn't know it. Oh, he might now.
Wait.
He needs to go down this door and then to the left.
Well, he's trying to get to the map. That'll work out. Funnily enough. Gonna blind find Dragon.
Yup. Hello, Dragon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, probably... No, wait. Can't get back to wreck ship, as we pointed out. So,
Well,
have to figure out how to get back.
We're assuming at the bottom, when we went from wreck ship to Meridia, it was the bottom of Red Tower. The right door and the left door both led to Meridia. So he's probably just assuming it loops around and it does connect.
So we went to the left door after getting X-ray, and it was the green gate of Caterpillar Room. So
Yeah, there's an elevator that goes back up, but I don't know where he's gonna go. He might notice that it's connected to the Norfair. No?
Yeah, there's no connection there.
There's really not? I thought there was another connection from Meridia to either Brinstar or something else, but my mistake then.
Well, there's the way that Mo came in.
Okay. Alright, so with Mother Brain 2 down, Mo is now on the escape. He is already in Criteria. It's not going to be terribly long, but with all the major threats out of the way. It's a pretty far from one end of the Criteria to the other.
Yeah, one region, but it's the entire region.
The entirety of the Criteria is, it's not small by any means, but at least it's not across the world, huh? Yeah, Mo did cut it kind of close to that health. He opted not to farm up all the way. Ended up just filling up to, I think, what was it, 450, 460 or something like that?
Yeah. Mo's a strong runner. Knows what he's capable of.
Oh, yes. As he's shown on the race time races, he's definitely been putting up some good times in these part tricky races. Yep, so there's our connector back to wreck ship. Yeah.
Oh, it did work out. Okay. What do I know?
It was just an assumption. A rightful assumption this time, but still an assumption.
So here we have West Ocean. We're back in. Connected to the ship as always.
As always. Never fails.
And that'll be it.
And we have GG's for Mo 015 with an official second place finish of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 57 seconds.
This is an 11-person open race. First place was by Oats and Goats with a 1 hour, 2 minute finish. And then Mo in second. Solid placement.
Now, if we were to do the qualifier format for our Map Rando races, this is a very, very big spread. Oates would no doubt be on the capped of 120, but if it wasn't capped, he might have been much, much higher.
Yeah.
Mo commenting, what a disaster on his run. As Sunwoo Farmer continues to go on, he's got just Ridley left. He knows where he is. He knows where Mother Brain is. Shouldn't be that much farther. Not much longer at all.
Yeah. Full beam, full suits. Gonna fly through the rest of the seed.
Absolutely. Not a danger that can stop him now.
So, no delay on these races, so we can't shortcut the racers to come in together.
True. You might be used to our interviews and our races for the tournament. Those come with a 10-minute delay. Not here though. Community races are all live.
Yeah, delay is actually fairly frustrating for everyone.
Oh, definitely.
So we like to not have that when we can. And we'll talk to Mo as soon as he pops up here.
All right. Summer Farmer still just kind of making his way through, finding his way back to Criteria. Don't be fooled. He has the tile sets for Torian, but he's not quite there yet. And now we are joined by Mo, our winner of this showdown right here. Welcome on in, Mo. How you doing today?
Fine. What a disaster of a gameplay.
How'd you feel about that race? I saw you mentioned it like what a disaster in the race time room, but you still finished with the second place time.
I guess, like, you know that
Yeah.
you made some mistakes, but when you think about everyone else, the seed who's also going through the same seed.
Yeah, the seed itself was a bit confusing and a bit difficult. I would like to say it was about the slow thing you have to do, all the stuff and that it's a bit annoying. In general, I think it was a good race, a good for me. Obviously, those mistakes that really that day that Ridley, some other bonks here. But on a general note, I think it wasn't that bad, considering all all the things that the seed throws at you.
For sure. So I was thinking in the beginning where like we didn't have bombs. We had just 5 power bombs. In fact, you only had 10 power bombs the entire run, and we got that second pack pretty much later. Like one of the most difficult things to do is kind of to have a conscious mind about how many power bombs you have left. I think it was you that we saw where you almost went towards the climb again, only with 2 power bombs, and decided to go against it and went refilled back at ship, which was the right call, of course, because there were so many majors on the right-hand side of the ship. So it's something that's very difficult to predict, for sure.
Oh yeah, ammo management is something that it's not often, it doesn't pop up often, but you have to keep in mind that sometimes some seeds are not going to be that generous with ammo, or at least with one particular ammo. And having in mind the resources is pretty important. At some points I wasn't paying attention, but I think were good for me in the long run. So for instance, I don't know if you noticed, but when I went to Wreck Ship, I saw the map and I bailed on Wreck Ship. I went for
We
Marina
sure did.
instead.
We sure did. I was wondering what you were deciding to do there.
That was really a mistake. I wasn't paying attention, and the moment I thought that the boss that I was hunting for was Fantun. And I saw a red map and I was, no, Fantun is not here, let's go for Meridia.
Oh, I see. I understand what happened now. That's crazy. That mistake ended up saving you so much time, though.
Yeah, I noticed when I get to Merida, I was like, wait, no, I was looking for Dragoon. Oh, this might be bad, I thought. And so Dragoon right was like, oh, perfect.
One of the few times ever, folks, in Mount Brando that you'll find making a mistake working out in your favor. It's crazy. Anything can happen in these seeds. As you can see, he was right there in Big Pink, in Wreck Ship. The map was there. He thought he needed Fantoon. He needed Dragon, so he turned away from that map. Dragon could have easily been there, but it wasn't. And he backtracked to Meridia and found Dragon pretty quickly. Now, I say that it's a pretty massive time save, but it's kind of a wash because Rex ship was actually connected to Meridia as well. And that is the route the Sun Wu farmer took this time. So he actually went into Meridia a different way, killed Fantoon, and left through Rex ship. So I don't know if that mistake was better or worse, but two different ways, and it ended up being kind of a wash because of all the majors he found as well.
No, I didn't find Grab. If he found Grab right there, that might be the best route.
Definitely. Well, it's kind of one of those things where when the world started to open up after you went through Brinstar and Datorian, that's when like it kind of branched off, right? You could have went to Meridia first, you could have went to Norfair first, and then Rexship after, which was what most of you guys did. But at the same time, I was thinking like, there's two different routes to Meridia. One goes to Rexship, one goes to I think Norfair. And I was just kind of wondering like which one's faster, right? Because the map was right there. Maybe you would have got the majors and wait some more time because at that point you were already go mode, right? You didn't need any more majors. As you have clearly shown, you didn't get any more. So
yeah, that's
in either
why,
way,
that's
I think it just depends what you're comfortable with, and you seem pretty comfortable with what you had for Ridley, which we'll speak about that momentarily.
Yeah, I got into go mode so early that I started to take a lot more risks. It's sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. So
yeah, you were making some risky moves against Ridley, and that one definitely did not work out for you.
yeah, but as I said before, in general, I think it wasn't that bad considering how long this seed could be if you don't approach it the right way.
Oh, I understand that completely. Trying to break logic and stuff and doing things out of order can definitely cost you a lot of time, but it can save you a lot of time too. It really just depends.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so Mo, hang around for a little bit as Sunwoo Farmer finishes up this seed. He is on his way to landing site as we speak, and hopefully he'll jump into here for a post-race interview. How do you feel about your second place finish, though?
It's kind of, it's good, but it's not. It feels good, but it could be better.
Would feel better if Oates wasn't here to compare against.
All right, so Sunwoo Farmer has officially hit the ship. The official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 26 seconds, putting him at a solid 4th place finish. And Mo takes the win between these two runners today. We are given a couple of minutes to see if the Woo will join us for commentary.
In the meantime, you can shout out the runners' channels here with our !R command. It's going to be Mo_015 and Sunwoo Farmer. If you liked what you've seen, you can give them a follow, show them some support. As we mentioned during the broadcast, there are many races going on all the time of Map Rando. So that would be the best way to get more Map Rando content for yourself, is to follow the people who run it.
Definitely. As you can see on the screen on your right, you see the names of the main developers. We got Motto 15, Aussie 101, our co-commentator today, and one of the people who destroy at these races, Aussie 101. We also have Celiker, Amiibo Doom, and Kyle B as the main developers for Map Rando. Check out maprando.com. Throw up a seed for yourself. You don't have to do hard tricky if you're afraid of these tricks. Throw it on basic normal. All that requires is that you have basic knowledge of where all the items are in Super Metroid, and of course all the rooms, right? But yeah, just give it a try. Join the Discord. Races every day, literally every day. I cannot stress enough that we are racing every day, multiple times a day. Come join. It's a lot of fun.
Meanwhile, these community restreamed races are going to be on Saturdays and Wednesdays. That's what you're watching now. So people try to plan around these, and so we get a little bit of bigger races these time slots.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Trying to get the woo in here.
No obligation to join the post-race interview, but we would like to know his plans.
Definitely, yeah. Never any obligation, but it's always good to talk it out, talk about the seed, talk about the logic, the decisions you made. This is how we get better. We break it down, we analyze, we have some fun with it too.
Oh yeah. One of the best ways to get better at anything is to watch people do it, talk about it, watch people talk about it, just view things with new eyes. All that.
Yep, the good old watch and learn.
Watch and learn.
It's funny because that's exactly how I took my approach to any percent. I'm not a fantastic any percent runner, but I do have a 45 in any percent. And it's literally just me trying to emulate Oats and Goats. I watched him grind for that world record. I watched him play for so long. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do this stuff too. And lo and behold, eventually I got to like a 45. Nothing to brag about, but it's still pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, 45 definitely solid.
All right, so we have no response from the Woo quite yet. But let me go ahead and pick your mind some more, Mo. We talked about the wreck ship map, that decision to turn back. We talked about a couple of other things. Oh, there we go. The Woo, everybody. Sun Woo Farmer, GG's on your race and your official time of 1 hour, 37 minutes and 26 seconds for a 4th place finish. How do you feel about that? About that seed? About that run?
Getting going, and then some majors that teased you. Oh yeah, go get bombs in the sand pit. Waste a bunch of time. It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yep. I saw you both get it, and you both ended up resetting it. Well, to be fair, Mo got it and then got the map afterwards, and he just reset. You ended up getting the map and resetting, and then bombs.
Yes.
So that was the tragedy there. Yeah, I can tell that you're getting a little frustrated a little bit, especially in the beginning. I saw it took a little while to kind of get that peak for what that would be Spacer Beam. Now, tell us about that. What were your thoughts going on there?
Oh, that was bad. I just played a race last night or the night before, and it took me like 6 minutes to get that item.
It's not easy. You kind of have to commit to one or the other, and I completely understand. That's why sometimes you just gotta go into practice hack, learn those jumps, and be on your merry way. Just figure out one way to do it and do it every time. But yeah, I remember in the beginning as well, when you finally ended up going around and getting that criteria map, you didn't quite scroll far enough to the right. You got Charge Beam, right?
Yes.
You scrolled right and got Charge Beam, and then proceeded to leave, going towards the top left of criteria and then towards Brinstar. And then you realized that there was another major on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Thoughts on that? What happened?
Not properly looking at the map, fully trying to rush a little bit, and yeah, that was bad.
Would you say the frustrations around the whole Spacer Beam thing there, which kind of led to that, just like you had that feeling of being behind?
Sure.
And oh yeah, these things that don't happen when you're just playing casually. The race sentiment, the race environment definitely brings out something a little bit more into you, right? A little bit more frustration. It hits harder. A little bit more being flustered about the decisions you make. It hits harder, right? And the things that just can't compound, for sure. So I feel you completely 100% on that. It was a little unfortunate, but you were actually kind of trying to pull it back for a little while there. Mo took a couple of big deaths. He took a big death in Brinstar and had to reset all the way back to Criteria. Now, Mo, maybe you can explain a little about what happened there.
At Brinstar was garbage basically. Um, I don't know. I was so focused on getting the map that I was playing a bit risky.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I felt so comfortable with the items that I had at the moment that I wasn't really paying attention to the rooms, how they
Mm-hmm.
were connected. So I was just running from one to the other. And I can't remember where did I where did I die?
I think that was the Metroid death.
Mm-hmm. And you could blame Aussie for that
Oh, the
one.
Metroids. Yeah. The Metroids. Yeah. The Metroids. Yeah.
You got hit with the classic Aussie commentator curse. He said we were specifically
Couple of
talking
times,
about when Sunwoo Farmer, or when you got the charge beam, which puts then logic to get spring ball logic, because now you can pseudo screw the Metroids. And we go on to watch Sunwoo Farmer go back for spring ball and using the pseudo screw, right? And then he specifically mentioned that you have to be careful in some of these Metroid runes, because if you fall in the acid, it could prevent you from getting a pseudo screw, which is exactly what happened to you.
Yeah, I remember that was. And I know, as I
Wasn't
said
it?
before, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even knew where my last save was. So I was like, "Oh God, what have I done?"
Oh,
But yeah,
yes.
in the end, it wasn't that bad. I,
Yeah, it's definitely, you got to be careful. Sure, you have 2 tanks. Sure, you have Varia. Sure, you have a reserve tank. But these Metroids will still kill you. They don't care about your feelings. Yeah.
usually
So I
for
think,
that room, what I do is I run and do a mid-8 morph, land on
mhm.
the leftmost platform, and then land on the left part of the room.
Mhm.
It's quite easy, but this time I didn't get the mid-air morph, so
Yeah, it's definitely a room that if you have the proper strategy, it's very fast, it's very safe, and it's very swag. But you make one mistake, like bonking and not getting the midair morph, and it's tragedy. It's definitely tragedy. No ice, but again, I think if they latch onto you next time, I suggest trying to pseudo screw anyways, because I think if you're pseudo screwing, you don't take damage even if they're latched on. I might be wrong about that. That might be screw attack only, but we should definitely test that one out.
Yeah, I'm not
Maybe
sure about
Aussie had
that.
some comments on that. No, you don't know either. I
Yeah,
figured
I
since
don't.
you're in a
I don't
screw
know right
state,
now.
right?
I've definitely tried it. I knew at one point.
All right, so that was a big first setback for Mo. After that, he proceeded to get the Brinstar map. He left Brinstar, and then went on to Torian. Found the map for that, which was the Crab Shaft room, or was that the Norfair map? I forget which. But he proceeds to go on. Finds Fantoon, finds Kraid. Yeah, basically both took the same route for the rest of the way, at different times, of course, all the way until the wrecked ship spot. Now, we were speaking with Mo before this that Mo actually was in Big Pink and decided to turn around and leave Wreck Ship, whereas you, Sunwoo Farmer, got the map, got the majors, and went to Meridia that way. So you both went to Meridia a different way. Yeah. But ended up being kind of the same route regardless. You guys went in a different way. You guys left a different way, but you both left after killing Dragons. You killed Fantoon first. You killed Kraid immediately after that. You both all got ice and wave. Proceeded to go on. At this point, Mo was comfortable and went go mode. Skipped all the other majors, whereas Sunwoo Farmer, you actually managed to find Plasma and Precious Room before getting your ice wave, and all that stuff. So you had Plasma Beam and were gaining time, but at this point, it was a little too late already. Mo had another setback at, I believe it was right after his Dragon kill and his first attempt at Ridley. Tell us what went on there, Mo. We got to hear your perspective of it
Where?
at your first Ridley.
Oh, the first Ridley fight. I was rushing because I saw that Oats finish, and I was trying to go fast, and I was a bit careless, and I was comfortable with my loadout, but I eh, I didn't play well that first fight. I don't know. It's just
Just
those
got
times that
sloppy with
you
it. Tried to rush.
that tail at the end when I was morphed.
Oh my
It was a
god! I
he was
died a
dead. Really
little
was dead.
inside. He was 100% dead. Absolutely dead. And he just blocked you with the tail. It's crazy how that happens. Unlucky for sure. No, I just wasn't unsure. Like, did you have full health coming in? Did you have full ammo coming in? Because I knew you were rushing, right? Because we saw Oates finish on the race time room, and that does that. If you're paying attention to race time rooms and you're watching people finish, it's a subconscious need to hurry up, right? It's a subconscious need to hurry up, and it's. I understand you completely. So making a mistake there, though, that cost you the Ridley kill because he was dead, but also reset your Dragon. So I imagine you felt pretty flustered after that.
Yeah, I was a bit tilted. After second dragon kill, I went for a save. I, yeah, I was a little bit tilted.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of DNF, but I remember that I was being restreamed, so that wouldn't be good for the restream.
Well, I'm glad you finished. You ended up taking a second place win. All right, so
GG's, man.
Sunwoo
GG,
Farmer,
Sunwoo.
honestly, I would have to say that except for your kind of kerfluffles in the beginning there, missing Spazer for a few minutes, having the backtrack or spring ball, honestly, you take those out, you would be neck and neck right there with them. You take both of those out, you would neck and neck with them 100%.
Thank you, man.
So you had a clean rest of the game. First tried Fantoon, killed Kraid. First tried Dragon, obviously, since you had microwave. You did go around and got the gravity and the X-ray, which really sped up the Dragon fight. And you first tried Ridley as well, and just went right on to Mother Brain. So good, clean, fun races between the both of you. I think it would have been much closer without the little early stuff, but yeah, it is what it is, and that's Matt Brando, right? Matt Brando doesn't care about our feelings too much.
No, it does not.
To be fair, though, Aussie was mentioning throughout the entire commentary watching you guys race, the beginning was not nice. A lot of early Meridian rooms, Everest, Aqueduct. Sure, you have Varia. Sure, you have a couple of tanks, but those Meridian enemies, they do a lot of damage, a lot more than you would expect. And I have to agree with him 100%. This is a little bit more the difficult beginnings we've had to map right now. And I don't know how you guys feel, if you guys agree with that or not.
I would say so, in my experience of these.
Yeah. Just being extra slow with all the water, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not hard-hitting enemies in a row. Yes.
Absolutely. We saw somebody get crab, please. Somebody got crab, please. It was, I think it might have been Mo. He tried to barely clip into the morph tunnel at the bottom left of Everest and just got crabbed.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice, but...
Well, GG's to Mo for taking the win here, and the second place finish for our race time race. Sunwoo Farmer, GG's to you as well. A good, clean race. A couple of mistakes here and there cost it, but still a good race. Taking the fourth place win. And I will leave it up to Aussie to take us on out of here.
Well,
Sure.
thank you, guys.
Yeah, so thanks to both of you for putting on a good race for us, Mo and Sunwoo Farmer. Once again, you can follow them on their Twitch channels for more content. Coming up right now on SpeedGaming Main, we have an 80% race that maybe you want to watch between Zenny and Lynx. Then in Map Rando news, the tournament, the next match is going to be Wednesday night. So that's something you'll want to tune into. But we are going to be done here for the weekly now. So thanks to Spiffy for coming up for commentary. It's been fantastic working with you here. And this will
Same to
be
you.
it from us. So see you next mission.